Hola amigos, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm wanting to talk to you about the ways in which having a YouTube channel has changed my life. Now, I have a small channel. I am an author, so I'm kind of on AuthorTube mainly, and it's definitely not all to do with the money, the changes that it has brought into my life, but as someone over 40 starting a YouTube channel, there have been so many positives that have come out of this experience, and I really want to share them with you, especially if you are considering taking the plunge and starting your own YouTube channel. So my story, I have been on YouTube for about 2.5 years now. I started my channel when I was 41. I'd watched YouTube for just a few years before that. I really wasn't into YouTube many years ago when it first started or anything like that. I discovered it for like productivity videos and things like that, and then I discovered that there were writers on YouTube, and as a writer myself, I thought that this was really cool, that you can get all this kind of writing advice, yes, and publishing advice, but also just learning about different writers, how they work, how their lives are, the highs and the lows and things like that. And I thought that that was really cool, and I wanted to be a part of it. So one evening when my family had all gone out for a few hours, I set up my phone, which was an iPhone 5, I think at the time, and I recorded my first video. So this video, it didn't have a thumbnail for a start, and it was a 20-minute write with me. And the reasoning behind this was that I thought I wouldn't have to speak that much or do very much, because most of it was just filming me writing. So I had never ever filmed myself at all. And I don't like looking at myself on camera. I don't like hearing myself when I'm speaking on camera at all. This seemed like the best idea, except of course I did like a little intro, and then I was writing at my laptop, tappity tap, for 20 minutes. But it's really hard to concentrate on any form of writing when you're really thinking about being quiet and not kind of breathing too loudly or making weird noises or telling the dogs off or anything like that. Yeah, and then I did like a little outro. And I filmed it the wrong way. Instead of doing it landscape, I did it portrait, because I didn't realise that videos had to be done in landscape when they are longer form videos. And I posted that video. It's still on my channel. That was my first video. And yeah, and then I kind of caught the bug, I guess. And there are now, I think, nearly 600 videos available on my channel. And I absolutely love being on YouTube for many reasons. So let's go into kind of how it has changed my life. So monetarily, there has been a small amount of compensation, if you like. My channel is monetized. I really do not make a lot of money from my channel at all. It's really small, but I do get certain perks, like kind of upgrades for things and free stuff. Sometimes if I say that I am going to be filming content, if I'm visiting somewhere, for example. So that's quite nice. But I have to say that that is kind of the smallest change that it has made to my life. The much bigger change has just been in having the confidence to be able to talk to the camera and kind of put myself out there. It's really not easy, and I think that that gets harder when you get older as well. I think when we're in our 20s, it's so much easier to try new things and put ourselves out there, but as you get older, I don't know, you're just kind of not as confident. And especially with things like technology, I'm really not great with technology at all. Like I said, I've never filmed a video before. I certainly never edited a video. I had no idea how to make a thumbnail, still don't most of the time. Just so many things. which brings me on to the next way that it's changed my life. In that, as well as taking me completely out of my comfort zone, which I think is very, very good for people, it has taught me so many new skills. So yeah, like I say, video editing, filming, being able to kind of play around with graphics and make thumbnails, learning what makes a good thumbnail, just so many things which I'd never really thought about before. I mean, I've never been into photography or filming or anything like that, so I didn't even know like the right settings that I should use to kind of get, you know, the best look and things like that. I had no idea about sound or anything like that, and yeah, it has been such amazing process of learning so many different things. And I'm by no means talking about spending thousands and thousands of pounds on equipment. I'm a great believer, if you are starting YouTube, in using what you have, because it's so different to anything else that you will have done. And I really think it's important that you try it out and find out that it's right for you before you invest a load of money. So, you know, everybody, it seems nowadays, has got a phone that they can film on. And obviously, you know, that's got sound to it as well. So definitely just use that. Use natural light wherever possible, because that's the best anyway, rather than fiddling around with all different kinds of lighting concepts, and just give it a go. But even doing it as simply as that, there was a huge amount for me to learn, like copywriting, for example, which I'd never really done before, but which is kind of necessary for when you're writing your description boxes, using tags and things like that, and keywords. So I had used some of that before when I was self-publishing my books, but it's used to a much greater extent now in what I do with YouTube. So yeah, just so many different skills that I've learned, and it has been absolutely amazing. Next is just the huge number of opportunities which have opened up to me absolutely due to YouTube. So the biggest one of this is probably that I now get paid to be a public speaker. So the first time that I spoke at a writing conference was the AuthorTube Writing Conference, which, if you don't know about it, and if you are interested in writing, it takes place every year on YouTube. It's completely free. And last year I did my first presentation for that. And again, stepping completely out of my comfort zone. I needed to do a live stream, which I did before, and that was fine. But then I needed to have a pre-recorded video that went on during the live stream. I needed to do a question and answer session, just so many things that I hadn't done before, but I really enjoyed it. And since then I have done paid conference talks, so that is absolutely fantastic. The other big thing that's come out of it is a completely new income stream, or two new income streams really. I started making my videos, and what I found is that a lot of people had things that they were wanting to have information about, to do with the publishing process, with not just how to write a book, but how to get it out there, how to send it off to agents and to publishers, how to write a synopsis, how to write a blurb, and things like that. And so I now offer services for blurb rewriting and editing, synopsis editing, help writing query letters. I'm a developmental editor, which I absolutely love doing. And I'm also a book coach, which kind of encompasses everything, kind of any problem that you have with your book. You can come to me, book a session, and I'll do a video call with you after reading through whatever it is that you're having trouble with, and we'll kind of hash it out and help you find a way to move forward with whatever your problem is. Sometimes that's just kind of a one-time thing, but often it's recurring every month or something like that. I will do a video call with people and, you know, get that manuscript in the absolute best condition that it can be in and get it sent off to the right people so that it can hopefully get published. Getting used to talking to a camera and being able to explain different concepts and what I'm going on about more has also led to me becoming a creative writing instructor. I now run a creative writing class once a week in my local community centre, which I absolutely adore doing. It's so different again to anything that I have done before, working with people at all different levels of creative writing. You know, you've got some people who are actively working on writing a novel. You've got some people who've really never written anything since school and are wanting to maybe just start off by writing some short stories. You've got people who are particularly interested in poetry. And it's a wonderful mixture of people and kind of coming up with different exercises and conversation topics and things for that is something that I really love doing and has definitely tested those mental muscles. Yet another byproduct of having a YouTube channel has been more book sales. As a writer, I believe I have 15 books available now, and just talking about them, talking about writing, being an author, productivity hacks for writers, things like that has led to more people discovering my books, so more book sales, which is definitely a good thing. And finally, and probably the most important thing that has changed in my life, thanks to starting a YouTube channel over the age of 40, is the amazing community of writers which I am now part of. The AuthorTube community is so welcoming, so friendly, so supportive, and it has been absolutely wonderful to have this community around me, supporting me. You know, we're going to each other's streams, checking how each other's doing. We're celebrating each other's successes, commiserating when things go wrong. And it is just absolutely fantastic as a writer to have that, because it can be a little bit of a lonely business being sat at home in front of your laptop struggling to write a book. And so to have that now is just wonderful. I have a Facebook group which I've set up. It's called AuthorTubers Assemble, and it's a group just for people who are on AuthorTube wanting to share ideas, talk about videos and things like that. And it's absolutely wonderful. I'm also part of a couple of Discord groups as well, which is so supportive. And I really value having this community as a direct result of being on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. It makes such a difference to my channel, and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun over here. We talk about all things writing and author life, and I'm also going to be doing a few more videos about being on YouTube over 40. So make sure that you look out for those, and I will catch you in the next one.